He said, not so Iblis, he refused and was haughty. And he was of those who reject. Now, there's a big difference between using the word was and the word became. A big difference between using was and became. What do yours say?
It was.
Yes.
Both instances.
Yeah, it's a big difference in that, right? If I was something, it means I was already that. If I become something, I became something, it means I was once this, but I became this. A big difference, right? So, if in 38 and 74, he said he became a rejecter, that means that his understanding now, Iblis was not a rejecter at first. But he became that. But in Surah 2, when he said he was of the rejectors, he's telling us Iblis was already a rejecter. So you have to go with one or the other. Either he was a rejecter or he became a rejecter. One of the two. But the reason in which they do this in a lot of instances is they're trying to follow your school, a certain school of thought. I want to give you another example of Iblis. And I hope in 17 and 61, I hope that we really grasp this one. This one should be an eye-catcher. In 1761 in the Quran, it tells us the same story about Allah gathering the angels together and the creation of, he's going to create, appoint a successor. And this is the thing. Iblis said, shall I bow down, this is the translation, to one whom thou didst create from clay. And if you're able to read the Arabic, you'll understand this word. Right? Mm-hmm. Teen. The word teen. He said that I'm not going to bow down to teen. Teen means the clay. Correct? Mm-hmm. Now, Iblis became shaped teen. Many people fail to realize they have to read it. They stick to the English. Iblis says in here, I am not going to bow down to teen, to clay. So, if we understand the story, and I say get ye down all together on earth would be your place of livelihood, and now Iblis has become shaped teen, a thing of clay. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, if Shaitan, as they say, was Iblis, right? Iblis is understood to mean to despair, correct? To despair. Despair means to what? To give up. To lose faith. To give up in things. To despair. You know what I'm saying? I've given up. Right? But he's no longer Iblis. So he's no longer in despair. Now, he's a clay thing. Despair is an intransitive understanding. So to understand Shaitan as Iblis, you have to take the word in English, despair, from an intransitive to a transitive. And the word becomes disparity. Is the transitive form of despair. And disparity means what? One, right, in disparity means what? It means the lack of similarity. Right? The inability, right, to be similar to that which you despair from. Despair means to lose faith, to lose hope. Right? To lose faith, to lose hope in what? What did Iblis have, right? At first, hope in what? That position. Correct? He said, hey, you choosing this over me? Mm-hmm. It was the position, right, that he was after. Now he has lost faith and hope in that. It said he became, right? He became of one of the rejectors. He wasn't at first, but he became that. When he saw he didn't get that position. So Allah said, it's not for you to be like that hero. Get ye down. Now, he become a thing of clay. So, now let's understand the word despair in a transitive perspective. Right? Disparity means to what? To not be able to be similar to that which you hoped. So that what he wished for, to be like man, to be like Adam, there's no way possible for him to be as Adam. It's the lack of being that which you hope for. Now, let's look at it from a present day perspective. Who is it tries to be like you?
Here.
But they can't. It's not possible. Even when you try and make them like you, still it's impossible. You know that old saying with for General? You can't give up that which Allah placed in you. In Scripture, Allah doesn't say He put His soul in any other thing except Adam. Allah doesn't say He put His soul in any other thing except Adam. Allah said, when I breathe, feed He in it. Feed He in it. Right? Prostrate. He said, when I blow my ruh in it, prostrate. To what? That black dirt. That creature, that Khalifa I created from black dirt. Said, when I put my ruh, right? Ruh is soul, not spirit. Ruh is soul, not spirit. That's what another place where they confuse us. Tell us that the ruh is the spirit and soul, they're interchangeable. No, it's not. The word in Arabic for soul is ruh. The word in Arabic for spirit is nafs. Two different words, two different meanings. You never see where Allah say He put His nafs in anything. The only thing Allah tells us He put His ruh in was Adam. So Adam is the only thing that has a soul, according to Scripture. Even in the Bible, in the book of Kings, 2 Kings, when the people had gathered around the Jordan River, right? And the Canaanites, the people who they call Canaanites, came up on the river, right? And Allah was displeased, or God was displeased with them, right? There's a particular moment in the Bible where God tells the people that he has taken the soul out of the Canaanites. He said he took it from them. I've taken their soul. And the Canaanites' soul was taken when they was turned into lepers. When they lost their original makeup according to the Bible. Because according to the Quran, it was the black dirt that Allah put his soul in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're no longer in your original makeup, you no longer have your soul. This is what we mean when we say divine black supreme. We have something in us no one else has. We have a divineness in us no one else has. We're able to see things other people can't see. Science proves that. Our spectrum in our eyes can see the full spectrum of color. Scientists prove that. Scientists prove we hear better than any other people. Scientists prove that. Scientists prove we taste from a full perspective. Science proved that. History proves we were the greatest people of this planet. Our history proves that. It is under this new scope of religion, colonialism, slavery, that have caused us to fall so low. It is through slavery, colonialism, which caused us to fall, and what we call religion. Religion is only a political scheme. It's only used to make certain groups of people subservient to others. This is an example everybody should take a picture of. If you go to any other country besides us, you'll find that they build their deities to look like them. Every group of people does that except us. Sure, we did, right? If we think white people believe in Jesus or Christ, if we really think that, take a black picture of Christ into one of their establishments and hang it up, and I guarantee you they all leave. They will. But see, in our churches, we have this image that is pale European that we worship. You say, my brother, I know Jesus is not black. But if I say the word Jesus, what picture, what image comes to your mind? Other than the one that they paint. That is detrimental to our growth and development. Having a foreign object at the head of us, a foreign object, man. That's detrimental to us. We can't survive like that. No group of people have ever survived with a foreign image as the author of their divinity. No people can survive like that. Everybody fails. So I want to leave it, I just want to leave you with that thought. And we want to kind of kick around some ideas, some questions. We want to kick some things around. And we want to make some points. We want to make a couple of points about things. First of all, I'm a student of Scripture. I believe in the Bible. I believe in the Quran. You know, I believe in all the Scriptures that coincides. And what we try to do is we try to take the best out of each Scripture. And we try to show how one confirms the other. There's a belief among some of the Muslims that the Bible is corrupt. There's a belief among some of the Muslims that the Prophet Muhammad was the greatest prophet. There's a lot of beliefs that's not founded on the Quran that people believe. Like there's a belief in what they call the Sunnah of the Prophet. There's no foundation in the Quran. The Quran says make no distinction among messengers of Allah. Make no distinction. So we as Khalifas, we're not to make the distinction. We allow Allah to make the distinction. We're not to make it. Because we don't have no merits for it. Right?